Welcome to Melanin Mysteries, the podcast where we explore the darkest corners of true crime with a dash of humor. Today, we're covering a case so gruesome it could be straight out of a horror movie. In 2008, police made a horrifying discovery: dismembered body parts in a freezer, severed hands and feet left on doorsteps around Greenville, South Carolina. The victim, who was brutally murdered and used in a twisted message aimed at someone else entirely. So tune in as we unravel the chilling details of manipulation, murder, and a love triangle, and dismemberment in one of the most disturbing cases we've ever discussed. And I'm your host, Tiffany.
And I'm your co-host, Willie. Let's get it.
So imagine this: you are minding your black owned business and you come to your door and there's a black trash bag on your doorstep. So you don't open it because you don't know what it is. But then you go to your car and on your windshield there's a note. And the note reads something to this effect: "This will be Grace if she doesn't come back to the organization. And by the way, she owes a $10,000. There's also an email address on the note for Grace to respond to." So now you're scared out of your mind because what's in that bag that's going to happen to Grace? So you call the police ASAP because you don't want no parts.
No parts. No parts. Yeah, that's crazy. The email part is the hilarious part. Like that can't be traced. know that. know
Like,
that.
just have her come on, just email us back. Like,
Yeah, email it back at chopthisbitchup@hotmail.com. All right. That's
you starting
chopthisbitchup
early.
at hotmail.com. All right. So April 7th, 2008 in Greenfield, South Carolina. Sue Bassett discovered a garbage bag with unknown contents sitting on her porch, along with a threatening note under the windshield of her car. So, of course, she calls the police, and Officer Scott Odom and Officer Amber Allen both arrive at the scene. Officer Allen is speaking with Sue while Officer Odom checks to see what's in the bag. He opens the bag, and inside he finds nothing. No, I'm joking. It was a severed human foot, hand, and several toes. Damn. A human foot, hand, and several toes. That's
That's
some bullshit.
nasty. But what's even crazier is across town, another 911 call comes in because there's another black plastic bag on someone else's porch with another threatening letter warning Grace that if she does not come back to that organization with that 10K, this will be her. So officers respond to that home, and that's the home of Juden Burnside. And in the bag that was found at Juden's house was a human hand and a foot. So the first question is, if we're at the homes of Juden and Sue, who the fuck is Grace? And whose body is this? And wait, where is the rest of it?
These that's a way to get somebody. You put in body damn toes looking like chicken fingers and nuggets on people front step. Gee. So through questioning the two women, police get at least one question answered. They find out who Grace is, right? So Grace Davis is the niece of Sue and the daughter of Judah. However, neither of them know where Grace is. Oh shit! So Grace may be chopped
Chopped
up.
up too. Shit, is that
Exactly.
Grace? Well, no, that's not Grace because they said this will be Grace. So who
But
is it?
man, yeah, they. I mean, people be trying to cover their tracks. So they did give police a lead. They told them to check into Grace's husband. What now? Come on now, Grace's husband Willie. These cases are. We're gonna talk about that on another episode. How these cases always has something that what's the word I'm looking
Have
for?
to do with us, one of
Has to
us.
do with us? Yes, that is so crazy. They were separated because Willie had a hand problem. And that hand problem was he liked to beat bitches' ass. Just want to throw that out there. And Grace took her children and left. But without Willie's financial assistance, he was refusing to pay child support. Grace was unable to support her boys financially. So unfortunately, they ended up homeless. CPS stepped in and they removed the children from Grace's care and placed them in foster children because they didn't want the kids out there like, just homeless or whatnot. They were currently living with her aunt, Sue, but nobody has heard from Grace. So maybe it is Grace. She left the kids in the care of her aunt and she had been MIA for a week. So immediately they had the children removed from school as a precaution, and the hunt is on for Grace because she is likely in danger. I will say so. You find damn toes and knuckles and hands on people's porches. So the police
Talking
also
about this gonna be you.
exactly right. The police also tracked down Willie because he is suspect number one. Of course, it makes sense because he's abusive. Remember, the dude can't control his hands, and they say he was very controlling when it came down to their marriage. She took his kids and put them on child support, so this nigga pissed. And
And niggas have killed for less.
look, and that's what we have realized. Seriously, not far fetched at all. Just to let people know, as far as child support people killing for less, you can check our episode of Bobby Cuts. He was a police officer that killed because he didn't want to play child support. I think that's the fourth episode, right? The fourth, I think it is. So check it out. If it's not the fourth,
No,
just
the
listen
fourth
to it.
episode was Sal. No. It
No,
was
I
one
think
of
it's
the
a
episodes, but it
fifth.
wasn't that one.
Okay, I think it's a fifth, but it's Bobby Cuts. It's all labeled, so check it out. So police tracked down Willie, and he hasn't seen Grace either. He gave them all the information they needed about his whereabouts, and he provided an alibi, which police later verified, and he was taken off the suspect list. All right, so Willie didn't do it. Thank you. The medical examiner comes back with a confirmation of the victim's identity, and it's confirmed to be the body of 34-year-old Nicole Michelle Harris. She got three names because Harris can't be a name. McCall was a
What
drug
nigga you
addict.
know named Harris? Who? Who's named
Harris
Harris?
ain't a name. Am I tripping? Damn, now
That's
that
a
I think
last
you're
name.
right.
Ain't nobody first name. You go, well, hey Harris. I ain't never heard no nigga named Harris.
Ah, damn, I'm
Go
tripping,
keep
man.
going.
McCall was a drug addict who had been in and out of trouble most of her life. She had two children, her mother, Beverly Major, and she had a sister, Lisa Perry. Grace's family had no idea who McCall Harris was. So it ain't Grace. It's a crackhead named McCall Harris.
You didn't have to call her out like that.
Okay, my bad.
So anyway, police get a call in tip for a location on Grace. So they rope on the location and well, it's Grace. She's unharmed. She's fine. So they question her like, bitch, where the hell you been?
Exactly.
Like, we got niggas dropping body parts off and shit, threatening you. Where the hell your ass been? And where was your antennas when they was dropping off these body parts? But anyway, she tells police that she had been staying with a couple friends, Carmen and Clarence Jenkins. And here we go with the Jenkins again. It's
The
week two.
Jenkins, baby. Yes, good old Jenkins.
So she had been staying with the couple in exchange for housing. She babysat the couple's two kids while Carmen was at work, and she also helped around the house. But she had recently left because CPS deemed the living situation inappropriate for her children to return to her custody, so she ended up leaving. So the police asked, like, if she knows what's going on and if she knows who Nicole is. She's like, I don't know who Nicole is. And she's like, I don't nobody no money, and I don't know why anybody is threatening me either. So at this point, the police are like, aggravated and they're confused because this isn't making any sense. So police ask, a couple more questions to get a better picture. They want to know more about this Carmen and Clarence Jenkins. So Grace goes ahead and tell them because shit, she just as confused as they are.
So she don't know who chopping off fingers and toes and passing them out.
But she knows she ain't trying to be next. That's all she know.
Hell no, that's scary, man. That's a way to catch somebody's attention. Know what I'm saying? And you homeless too, so like you really don't got nowhere to go. Like, I'm sorry, that was
Like they catch you out in the street and chop your ass
exactly,
up.
yeah. They catch your ass out of the street. Damn. Anyway, Grace tells police that she moved in with Carmen and Clarence so she could have a place to stay in the chain for help around the house. Her husband, Clarence, ended up going to jail for 90 days. And while he was gone, Carmen and Grace ended up starting to set your relationship and fell in love with each other. How the hell does that just happen? How
I
do
don't know.
you
You
just
ever
a
read that
scissor?
one book? You ever read that one book, My Woman, His Wife, by Anna
No,
J? Oh, that was
no.
a classic. Ooh, that was a classic back in the day. Shout
Yeah,
out to
that
Anna
just I
J.
mean, I can see if it was a man and but two women, they just and women always be the ones that don't like each other. That's just be the craziest shit in the world to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't even understand how lesbian relationships work because every woman I always talk to always say, I don't like other women. But now
Because
y'all
women petty. Like we are very petty people.
yes. I agree, and I'm going to be quiet from that point. Once Clarence came home from jail, the woman explained that they had fallen in love and they want to be together. So Clarence just stumbled onto every man's dream. Now that depends now because it depends on how they both look. Because if both of them bitches built like a bag of dog food, or both of them, know what I'm saying? One looked like, know what I'm saying? Looked like Uncle, what's his name? Um,
Uncle Fester.
no, not Uncle Fester from P Valley.
Oh, Uncle Cliff.
If one looked like Uncle Cliff, and then the other one looked like Netta Joe.
Oh Lord Jesus,
That's
here we
not every
go.
man's dream. No, so I just want to clarify that. That's not every man's dream. So he got two women at home, two women's, willing to satisfy all his sexual needs. The threesome went on for a while until Grace left because, as much as she loved Carmen and Clarence, she loved her children more because remember they deemed the house and it was inappropriate or whatever the situation was. So she had to leave. She was asked if the couple could be the ones behind the threats, and Grace said no. They was fine when she left. So, of course, police go in and interview Clarence and Carmen just so they can be ruled out as suspects.
So, Carmen Majors Jenkins was born in 1987 in Greensville, South Carolina. She was adopted by her mother, Beverly Majors, at just 3 days old. And she also has a brother, Braylon. So, no father was mentioned. She did grow up in the church, and she was an usher, and she was also in the choir. She was also in the band, and she was on honor roll. So, basically, she was a good girl. She was, the girl next door. So she was also described as a caretaker and a good girl. And after high school, she went to Spartanburg Methodist College where she was just flourishing. She's stepping out of her comfort zone. She's doing her little thing, got her taste of freedom. However, her sophomore year, her mother caught a staph infection. She left college to become her mother's caretaker. And she met 23-year-old Clarence Jenkins one day in her mother's apartment complex.
Okay, let's talk about Mr. Jenkins. Clarence, his name, was born around 1984 in Greenville, South Carolina. He was basically raised in foster care with no real guidance, so he was always in the streets. He got by committing petty thefts, and he was in and out of jail most of his teens, so he was wilding out in early adult years. He would also work construction temporary jobs to get by. So the nigga, he was
You know, they
unemployed.
say the good girls always love the bad boys.
That is why do good girls like bad guys? That is the truth. That's crazy as hell to me. Yeah.
So when Clarence and Carmen met, they had a fast and hot romance. So Carmen was a virgin and she was at the age of 19. She got pregnant by Clarence not long after they met.
And she
So
was a
Clarence,
virgin.
hmm
Damn.
why you say it like that? Like it's such a travesty.
No, I didn't mean like that. I'm just saying, like the nigga broke going to jail, and he called a girl who actually doing good, and she was a virgin. It just goes by to just further it further what's it proves the point of why I do good girl like bad guys. That's it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Clarence wanted to lock her down and make her his. So they got married, and Clarence started working extras at his temp agency job, and Carmen started working at a sports goods store. So they can make ends meet. So police they go by the couple's home and interview them, and they seem to be a nice church going couple. We're not speaking of like the freakiness they had going on in their home because we don't talk about what happens in people's
Yeah.
homes.
Amen. That.
Ain't none of my business. So they confirmed that they were involved in a sexual relationship with Grace, but there were no hard feelings since she had moved out. They also told police that they had no idea about any body parts or any murders.
Yeah, and church people be the freakiest people. I don't care nobody say church people be the freakiest people. And why do everybody just because they say they go to church, like like that does something to like oh yeah they got to be good people because they go to church. That don't mean
Mm,
shit.
you already know how I feel about that situation.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? By the way, we do have another episode about a pastor who killed his wife because he was trying to get insurance money. You can check that out. I think that's
That
episode.
was Tracy Burleson, Tracy and Pauletta Burleson, and he it wasn't no. He was remember he wanted his mistress.
He
He
wanted
was
his
trying to
mission,
marry
but
his
remember
mistress, but he didn't
he
want to get
still
a
was trying to
divorce.
get the oh no, he wanted to that's right. He wanted
Yeah,
the
yeah,
insurance
he
money
didn't
for the
want to get a
church.
divorce because he thought it would look bad, so he thought he'd kill his wife instead.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get the insurance
All
money.
right, hold on. We can't give them all of it. You guys go make sure you guys check that one out. I think that's episode 4.
You keep saying episode 4. Episode 4 is Sal.
Oh my god, that hurt. I am doing that every one. I'm going like, I think that's episode 4. Like, no, nigga, that was the one we did last week. Like, oh, you're right. Okay,
Oh my gosh. I
I'm
think
sorry.
Tracy, it was episode 6, if I'm not
Okay,
mistaken.
episode yeah, check it out, episode 6. So anyway, police are still digging at this time, trying to figure out why McCall had been chopped up. You know what I'm saying? Who chopped and screwed her up? That's what they're trying to figure out, and who was trying to send a message. They go back to focus on email address and the organization that was on the letter. They track the IP address, which takes them to the Greenville County Library. Remember I mentioned that earlier? You're gonna send an email address? How dumb are you? The library that's gonna be a shirt. How dumb are you? There you go. The library surveillance tapes show Carmen Jenkins coming in and using the computer's library and then leaving. Then another tip comes into police concerning Nicole. It was said that she was known to hang out around a local temp agency. Who else hangs around that local temp agency?
Hmm.
Coincidentally, this is the same temp agency that Clarence worked for. Surveillance
Such
is
a
poor.
coincidence.
You said what?
That's such a
I would
coincidence.
never guess that. I would never
Me
even guess that.
neither.
Seriously. So surveillance is pulled, and on it, it's Clarence talking to McCall while she is sitting on his lap, and they get up and go inside the building. Good old church folk. You got a homeless crackhead sitting on your lap. You didn't had a threesome, and there's a possibility you done chopped and screwed this bitch up.
Mm, mm, mm. So the couple is arrested on April 10th, 2008 on suspicion of murder and dismemberment of a body. Did you know I need to check into this, but I heard that's only a level 6 felony, so you don't even
Okay,
get life
what the
time.
hell was you watching to hear that? Because I heard the same thing.
I sent it to you. It was
Oh,
the one chick interview and she was like,
yes, the crazy lady. Yes, that's right. Yeah, they say that's like well, I
what?
thought felony 5 is like the considered the lowest you can go, but I guess they got a felony 6.
Yeah, I guess so. I was like, she was like, yeah, you don't get much time for that. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, come on, don't. Why would they even put that in your mouth? Go ahead, just get go. Jeez.
So Carmen is questioned first. They said she was completely emotionless in her interview. She claimed that she had no idea who Nicole Harris was, and then she immediately asked for a lawyer. Smart one.
Guilty,
No, she's smart. I don't care if I'm guilty or
guilty.
innocent. The first thing you do is ask for an attorney.
Nigga, if I know for a fact I didn't do anything at all, we ain't even gonna ask for attorney, nigga. I didn't do nothing. That's gonna
It's
be
not
my
your
answer to
fault. Now you
everything.
okay? How many? Didn't we just talk to Ricky and he was innocent and they still railroaded his ass? No, you asked for an attorney first and foremost. It don't matter if you innocent, guilty. You ask for an attorney. Don't even talk to me without my attorney present.
Yeah, man, they beat Ricky ass like he owed them money too. You right. So I guess you're right. We got to get a lawyer. Jeez.
Yes, first and foremost.
And by the way, that's on episode 4. No, I'm joking. It's not episode 4. That's episode
11.
11. Yeah,
Getting
that's episode.
close,
See,
close.
I
You
did.
messed
I
up
got it
this
right.
episode.
Yeah, that's episode 11. We got Ricky Jackson on there. So check it out.
So that interview was over just as quickly as it started. And Clarence is in another interview room. And when asked, he claimed that he didn't care that Grace left. And he also claimed that he had no idea who Nicole was either. Like, y'all getting on my nerves. I don't know him. I ain't did nothing. So, whatever. So, the police get a search warrant to search the couple's trailer. And when they got this search warrant, they said this because they lived in a trailer. In a trailer.
No, no,
A
no.
trailer
Just
freaks
look.
me
Hey,
out.
hey, hey. Let's cut. Some of these trailers be nice.
Trailer, I don't know. It
Some
gives
of them
me
be, yeah. You get your nice double wide. Some of them things be nice. Like real talk. Now, when we think of trailer, we always think of the bullshit ones. Trailer trash. But no, some of
mhm.
them trailers be nice. Seriously.
Like, 'cause remember Sean on Boy Meets World? He lived in a trailer park, and they called him trailer park trash. And that was like my first introduction to a trailer park, and that's just stuck in my
But
mind.
again, exactly. Yeah, but they have some nice ones. Her father used to be the trailer park supervisor, right? And so and this was in Atlanta, in Georgia, Georgia. And we went a couple times a year, man. And the one he lived in was nice. It had 2 bathrooms, it had a jacuzzi, but like it was nice, like
A
real nice. I ain't gonna
jacuzzi.
lie. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, when they get to this trailer, they said it was disgusting. Like, I mean, trifling. Like, they said there was food everywhere, food on the floor. They said there were dishes piled up in the sink that they hadn't been washed in weeks. They said there were bugs. Like, they said the house was just straight up filthy. So somehow, in between all this grease and grime, they were able to notice blood splatter in the hallway and in the couple's bathroom, and specifically in the shower. So they tested the blood, and it did indeed belong to Nicole. So the police also found a handwritten copy of a supposed marriage vows between Grace, Carmen, and Clarence, and it was written by Clarence.
Oh,
So both Carmen
Clarence.
and Clarence were charged and held without bond.
Okay. First of all, he should never lie and say he didn't know it. You don't just have no old girl, you don't just have random crackheads sitting on your lap at a temp agency. It's not becoming. The couple was officially indicted on November 18, 2008. In December of 2008, the state filed a notice of intent to seek the death penalty against both Carmen and Clarence. The prosecutor didn't believe that Carmen played a big role in the murder, so they tried to break her and get her to turn on her husband, which made sense. They went into her attorney and offered Carmen a deal. If you would testify against your husband, we're going to look out for you. But Carmen says that and she stayed quiet for over a year, in fact. In September 2009, she started to feel remorseful and agreed to cooperate with the prosecutor. With the cooperation, the state agreed to take the death penalty off the table. She also agreed to lead police to where McCall remains were. Her remains were buried and stuffed in a baby crib. Damn. The police were finally able to send her remains back to the family so she could have a proper burial. What the fuck they put it in a damn shoebox? Like,
They
what's
probably,
left?
well, I mean, they recovered the hands and stuff, and then I don't know, maybe they just put it all together and cremated it. I don't know.
Yeah, you gonna have to cremate her, man. Ain't gonna be no ashes, man. It's gonna be like, ain't gonna be that many ashes left.
I don't know.
I thought she. I thought. Oh no, she did have family, but they really didn't know where she was at.
Mm-mm.
All right, though. Okay.
I don't get it. So Carmen breaks down and she spills all the tea, of course. She explains that when Clarence came home from jail, like he was hype about them having threesomes. Like we said, this was like every man's dream or whatever. So he ended up falling deeply in love with Grace, just like his wife had. This really does sound like the storyline into that His Woman, My Wife, but check that book out. It was so good.
I will.
But it was. But what over time, leave me alone. As the months went by, Clarence became more controlling of Grace and Carmen. He would force them to stay inside the trailer and lock them inside from outside. They should have been cleaning up their goddamn trailer while they was locked in there, but whatever. So
Exactly.
he was actually furious when Grace left. And like, let me back up for just a second. Maybe CPS was saying the situation wasn't suitable because the house was nasty.
That's what I was thinking. After reading that part, I think that's what it was. It probably was not suitable for the kids to live there. You know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
should
And like,
probably
but no,
CPS
first of
take
all,
her kids too.
nigga, how are y'all fucking in a nasty ass dirty house? Now, granted, I know some niggas that are nasty like that then bust down some holes in the projects real quick. But I'm saying, how you having a threesome in a dirty ass, filthy, disgusting house? Trailer, sorry.
I don't
How?
I
That's
don't know. I just want to know why CPS ain't go ahead and take their kids too while they was there.
CPS be on some that they a joke themselves. That's a whole
It
different
really is.
conversation.
So, Clarence was actually furious when Grace left. And his plan was to intimidate Grace into coming back to them because she was a partner in their relationship and she knew too much about the organization that he was in. Now, Carmen, like, I don't know what the fuck this nigga's talking about. I don't know what this organization is. It's really giving he's delusional and maybe he's a little schizophrenic. And that's
Mhm.
completely my opinion, but that's what it's giving. So Clarence put his plan into motion the very next day, and he started off by mailing letters to Grace and her family. He told Carmen that he needed a victim, so he chose Nicole because he felt like no one would miss her because she was an addict and a prostitute. So Carmen said that she wanted to leave, but she was afraid. She said that on April 4th, 2008, Clarence approached Nicole at a temp agency and convinced her that he wasn't really a construction worker. He told Nicole that he and his wife were undercover officers and that she was under arrest for prostitution and possession of crack, and that the only way she could get out of those charges was for her to help Clarence and Carmen with the case. And this case that he was speaking of was his plan to intimidate Grace into coming back. He takes her back to their trailer and he handcuffs her to a chair. But by this point, Nicole is at their house and she's handcuffed under the assumption that she's under arrest.
That's what that crack
Maybe it was
do.
crack speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm telling you, was a crack. That was a crack. She was even thinking logically, like, what the fuck? How? Oh damn. Go ahead.
Yeah. So she's at their house and she's chained up. It was crack. That's all I got. That's
Yep. So
terrible.
McCall agrees. And Clarence removes the handcuffs. He gave McCall a script that he wrote for her to read over the phone to Grace's family members. When she was done, Clarence handcuffed her again and gave her the script he wrote so that she can memorize it. Around midnight that night, Clarence and Carmen take McCall to a payphone at a gas station and call Grace's mom, Juden, and then her aunt Sue with the script that she had memorized. That's kind of right there. I'm sorry, man. Forgive me. Ain't no cooch in the world that good that I'm gonna go through all this shit. Like, damn,
Yeah.
like it was that good that to the point that you was like, I can't live without it. So I'm going to kidnap somebody, lie, say that I'm the police, just to force her back into this relationship, this threesome. What the hell?
And this is my thing. As a wife, what you trying to say? I'm not good enough?
I mean, that's what I would think. Like, damn, you so in love, like, bitch, nigga, you don't even take me out to eat, and you about to kill a bitch just to get another girl back in the three. That's yeah. That's what's love got to do with it. But anyway, when they were done, the three all went back to the trailer and they handcuffed McCall again to a chair for the remainder of the day, which was a Saturday. So late Saturday night, Clarence crushed up Tylenol PM and other sleeping pills and mixed it into ice cream and gave it to McCall. Nigga, she do crack. That probably didn't do shit to her. Know what I'm saying? That's right. She probably like, oh shit, nigga, this is a nice little, this is a nice little good feeling. Yeah. She only ate a small portion. On the next day, April 6, 2008, Clarence ordered Carmen to kill McCall, who, by the way, is still handcuffed to the chair. Carmen attempted to strangle McCall with a cable cord, but she was struggling because McCall was thrashing around and, Carmen lost control of the cords. And plus, obviously she did not want to do it in the first place. So guess what? Clarence stepped in and tied the cord to the back of the chair, placed a bag over her head, and suffocated her. All
Damn.
for some cooch. All for some cooch. That's crazy as hell to me, man. Niggas crashing out for some third party cooch. Mm.
That part. So the couple then took Miko's body to the bathroom and put it in the shower, and he forced Carmen to participate. They cut up her body and placed some of the body parts in the freezer before they went to dispose of the remaining parts of her body. So after dumping the body parts near a golf course, they went back home where Clarence put the fingers, hands, feet, and toes into two separate trash bags. After midnight, the couple went first to Sue Bossick's apartment where they left one trash bag, and it was Carmen who was made to be the one to throw the bag on her porch before she put the note on her windshield. Next, Clarence then drove them to Juden's house where Carmen dropped the bag off on her porch and then placed a letter into her mailbox.
Mm.
That's traumatizing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So on March 9th, 2011, Carmen formally enters her plea with the state to testify in court against Clarence, which required truthful testimony in exchange for a reduced sentence. Then fast forward to September 13th of 2011, the grand jury adds an indictment against Clarence for kidnapping.
They
Mind you,
trying
this
to
is
sink
all
him. Yeah,
yeah,
they
but this is
they
all
yeah,
like,
they
why does it take so long? This all happened in 2008. Why does it take so long?
that's that'd be the crazy because some cases, like our girl's case, Khadijah Brown, that shit went like that. But then some other cases, I mean, take years and years. I wonder what the holdup be.
Yeah, I don't
I
get
don't
it.
know.
So then on March 27th of 2012, Carmen officially enters her guilty plea of murder and she's sentenced to 50 years. And on that same day, the state withdrew its notice of intent to seek the death penalty against Clarence.
Damn, 50 years, man. Damn, 50 years because of a threesome. Because that's all it was. Because your husband was in love. I'm like, bitch, let's just use. We can't just use the crackhead lady. I mean, damn.
He said she must have had platinum between her legs.
She had gas.
Or
She
she
had
had
that.
crack down there, one of the two,
Yeah,
some
it
say.
was crack or platinum. It was something because he crashed out over that cooch. That nigga said, man, he said, never gonna give you up. I'm never ever gonna stop. Anyway, Clarence went to trial on April 9th, 2012. His trial only lasted 4 days. Carmen, of course, testified. There were also testimony from Captain Kellett, who was a fingerprint analysis expert who tested McCall severed fingerprints and DNA against blood from 4 different locations in the couple's trailer, which included a wall near the ceiling in the bathroom, a wall on the right side of the medicine cabinet, a latex glove that was found on the floor of Carmen's van, and the P trap of the shower drain in the bathroom. Man, when I say they be investigating, god damn, they be investigating everything, which is it's a
Yeah,
good
yeah, they ain't
yeah,
leaving nothing unturned.
nothing. So how long you think it took them to deliberate the jury?
So what I think happened is what current, what usually happens. Niggas went back there. They like, all right, he guilty. We what y'all want for lunch? They sat there, they
Yeah,
chill, had a
I
break,
was
and then
looking at
came
that
back.
place across the street. Yeah, that place they sell subs. We should go there. Well, Popeyes got that deal. Anyway, it took them 4 hours. That's it. Before the 4 person sent a note to the court saying they could not reach an unanimous decision on all of the charges. Can you believe that? The
No.
judge sent the
Well, yeah,
jury
you know what?
home.
Yes, I can. I think it didn't say, but I think it was the kidnapping charge.
Yep.
Only because she went with him willingly, but he lied to her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But he had her handcuffed. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
but I'm saying like the kidnap. Well, yeah, but then she went with him willingly. So I think that's probably where they got
No, I
conflicted at.
think it is too. I think because and plus that was the last thing that they added because they couldn't say
Yeah,
nothing about the killing. The killing, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You kill somebody and the charges. I mean, fit the punishment. So I think it
right.
was a kidnapping. So the next morning, over an hour later, the jury returned a guilty verdict on both the murder and kidnapping charges. They're like, no, we might as well go for breakfast too. So Clarence was sentenced to life. He is serving his time at Broad River, prison in Columbia, South Carolina. Since he has been incarcerated, he has had 2 infractions in 2013. One for possession of a weapon. Yeah, you better protect your Badooski because they about to get that bad boy. And another one for possession of contraband and one infraction in 2014 for threatening to inflict harm on a employee. So this nigga obviously crazy in general. He did complete a GED in 2013, and he has
And look at
obtained.
that. She
I
even
know,
had this nigga ain't even have his GED. That
and
nigga was
she
dumb.
and exactly, man. I know. Look, man, I'm not lying. I'm not gonna say the girl name. Her name was Tequila. She was dealing with this dude. When I say she graduated from high school, I mean graduated from college with a, I want to say a bachelor's or master's, everything. Got with her baby daddy, man. The bitch look homeless to this day. Like it's just so crazy how people you get with somebody and they just bring you down, but you can't
Mhm.
see it because you so in love and so enamored by the person. Yeah, that's her name too. If she listened, that's gonna be messed up because she probably don't even realize that shit. Like,
I'm like,
damn.
you supposed to say I'm not gonna say no name. You just straight dropped her name. I was like, oh,
I
okay.
know. And so he obtained a couple of vocational certificates. He currently works as a food service aide, and he is now 311 pounds. This nigga done put on some weight.
I mean,
Damn.
but he eating good in that food service area. Okay.
This nigga blew up like Cash Money in the
Yeah,
99
'cause
and the
he was not that
2000.
big when he like
He wasn't.
man. That nigga is huge in his. We should do a side by side comparison because that nigga was not
Ain't the,
that
but
big.
I ain't trying to be funny though. Ain't that kind of just like your baby daddy?
It sure is. That I don't know what happened to that man. He went into the military. He was fine as hell. He was 6'3", 185 pounds. That nigga came out looking like Respucia. I don't understand how it happened.
But it happened, man. Shout out to the bit nigga Damon. I said his name. All right, it's on you.
Now, if I end up on the next episode,
Exactly. Like,
because you
damn,
know
he
that
done
nigga ain't
got her.
about two sides.
He done told her he gonna take her something out to eat. She went.
No, no, that's one. He can't get me on. He know I don't even speak to him.
Oh
Nah,
shit. Okay, my bad. Go
yeah, we don't
ahead.
speak to him. So, anywho, Carmen was able to get a hearing for a sentence reduction, and she did receive 10 years off her sentence. So now she's down to 40 years instead of 50. She is serving her time at the Leaf Prison in Columbia, South Carolina. She has earned a certificate in Braille, and she has also earned a teacher's aid certificate. She's had no infractions, and she's currently working with the Seven Habits program, which I found out is a process that changes prison cultures by building a common foundation for staff and offenders. And this process allows both groups to use a common language to find mutual understanding and foster an environment conducive to behavioral change. So her release date is scheduled for April 1st, 2048. So she's got a long ass time to go.
And you said she is a teacher's aide. You know, look, they'll hire her ass in Cleveland public schools.
They probably would.
Like
Mhm.
real talk, they would definitely would. They would hire her ass. You know what I'm saying? She'd be walking side by side, the senior killer with the little killers. You know what I'm saying?
Sure would. And you're wondering what happened to Grace, Miss Davis? Well, we don't know, but I'm just gonna assume she's somewhere living her best life. She probably unbothered, and she just probably likely that she is happy that she escaped while she still could. That's
But she probably thinking threesome. So
she probably never have another threesome again in her life. She was
she
like,
probably like,
oh,
no. She said, no. This coochie didn't. It's no. It's too much power in it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. Yeah, I'm telling you, she ain't no way. After you just went through that, no,
first of all,
no.
I'd probably turn celibate and just be a nun, okay? Because that's just too much. I got niggas threatening me with body parts.
Yeah,
I'm
body
probably
parts. They cutting off fingers and they
talk
pointing right
about
at
some. This
you.
will be you if you don't come. And wait. Let me just kind of back up for a second. Where was that $10,000 for?
Yeah, that is a
They
good question.
never
I didn't
said
even think
anything
about that.
about why.
I
I
mean,
guess
maybe they want to. I don't know. Maybe they want to seem legit, but again, you dealing with some crackhead. You dealing with people that obviously, you know what I'm saying, smoke crack because it's. I mean, it's no way that you could have thought for 1 second that that was going to work. Like I'm not like so you threatened me by chopping up body parts. Do you think I'm about to come back to you so
so
you
you
could
could
chop
chop
up my
my
body
ass up
parts?
too.
Like yeah. So what was you thinking? And then the fact that the wife, Carmen, no, I can't say. Oh yes, I can. It's probably your retarded ass. You just. I mean, that's a prime example of a woman when they say, you know, it's a woman that listen to their husband. But that's a prime example when it has to be a part when you be like, all right, nah, nigga, I'm not gonna allow you to lead. I'm gonna respect you as the leader and the head of this house. But if you lead me into some bullshit, I'm not going. This
But
nigga
they
can't be.
also said they also like hinted at the fact that she may have had Stockholm syndrome.
Well, I don't know so Stockholm is and what syndrome that is, but whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? Her dumb ass that she should have been cleaning the house. That's all I'm
That
saying.
part. I can't say nothing about that, but that part.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, I'm a firm example. I'm firmer. I feel like this. This is just me, right? I feel like women, if you live in a dirty house, that usually means your ass stink. That's just me. I mean, I'm being honest with you because you ain't gonna clean up your house when people coming over. And remember, the people came over to look at the house. The CPS people came over, so you knew they was coming over, and you let your house was still dirty like that. You don't wash your ass. You
They
don't.
probably don't.
They probably
Like
don't. And
if you
she
see the
probably
pictures, if
she.
you see the pictures of the crime scene, like I mean, it was freaking trifling. Like it just looked like they had roaches and bed bugs. Like it was just like, how do you even live in such filth? Like I can see living in clutter because me and my work area, my work takes
I
over
mean,
my home. It
clutter
ain't
and filth are
nasty.
yeah, clutter and filth. And
Yes,
with me,
it's
it's and I realized
ugh.
that with the job that I got, and I me going when I was around dealing with residents and going in their houses, man, and some of these houses would be disgusting, and it'd be so crazy. It'd be the young, I hate to say, it, young black women. And them be the one try like you want to try to holler at me, and you got damn a sink full of dishes. You got old ass juice boxes half empty just underneath your couch. You don't even got a couch, you know what I'm saying? You got a futon because you use as your bed. Your damn TV sitting on the floor, you know what I'm saying? And then it's freaking bacon grease all on the wall from you frying chicken or whatever, and the roach is sliding down the goddamn wall because they can't get no grip. What the hell am I gonna do with that? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
And like, and they want you to come over, and you be like,
I'm not coming
"Mm-mm."
over your house at late when it's dark. First of all, ain't no light. Know what I'm saying? And yeah, hell no, man. No. Hell, they do. Why don't you come over with you? No, we not Netflixing and chill. We ain't doing none of that. You don't even got Netflix. I mean, we looking at Tubi.
Hey, it be some good stuff on Tubi, okay?
They do, but I'm just saying, man, we be looking at Tubi and everything, man. Yeah, that's so
Shit,
shout
your
out
ass
to
got me hip to Tubi.
I mean, yeah, but I have choices though. Okay, that's not my only option. I have choices. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the women who keep their house dirty and wonder why they can't get a nigga. All right, let's go on. Let's move on. So that's the end of that's actually it. So yeah, another crazy story. What we doing now?
What we usually do.
Here we go.
Love, lies, and alibis.
Okay.
So today we're gonna do. We have something a little different. Um, for this segment of Love Lies and Alibis, we actually had a letter that someone wrote into us.
Oh shit. So just and look, so y'all know, I haven't heard this letter yet. Know what I'm saying? So this is my first time hearing it. So I just want to throw that out there. I haven't even
We
heard the
gonna
letter.
clown the hell out of this one. So I'm gonna
All
go ahead
right,
and
go
read this
ahead,
letter
read it.
because this young lady would like our advice. I don't know why people always think I'm good to ask for advice. I don't even have a relationship. I don't know, but people for all my life, people have always asked me for advice, which I think is the weirdest shit ever. But we gonna go ahead and get into this letter.
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't ask me. I got kid by a white girl and a Mexican girl. Obviously, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I thought she was Puerto Rican.
I thought she was too. See, the bitch lied. That's what I'm saying. There's lies everywhere. Damn, bitch, she the lie. Go ahead, man.
Okay. Oh God, I gotta get my life together because that just took me out. Okay. So, dear Tiffany and Willie, I never thought I'd be writing you, but I'm at a crossroads and I need some serious advice. I'm a young woman who married a man. He's serving a life sentence in prison. We met after he was already incarcerated, and while most people wouldn't understand, we fell in love and decided to get married. Despite his circumstances, I truly believe he is my soulmate. So now we're talking about starting a family. And since natural conception isn't possible, we're planning to use in vitro fertilization to have a baby. He's been so supportive and excited about this, and he keeps telling me that his family, whom I've never met, will help us financially once the baby comes. He says they're wealthy and that I shouldn't worry because they'll make sure that we're well taken care of. But here's the issue. Everyone around me thinks I'm making a huge mistake. My family and friends are constantly warning me about the challenges of raising a child when my husband is locked away for life. They think I'm crazy to trust in promises from a family I've never met, and they question whether I'll be left to do this completely on my own, emotionally, financially, and physically. They say I'm setting myself up for heartbreak and hardship, and that I'm being naive about how hard it would be to raise a child with a husband in prison. I love my husband and I believe in our future together, but lately I can't help but wonder if they're right. Am I being foolish to pursue this dream of starting a family in such a difficult situation? What if his family doesn't come through like they say they will? Am I putting myself and my future child in an impossible situation? I need your help to figure out whether I'm following my heart or walking into a situation that could lead to regret. And it signs sincerely hopeful but conflicted.
Man, this bitch dumb. I'm sorry. Why would you even write us about something like that? Like common sense would tell. Like what do you want with a nigga that you can't even touch, feel? Like you can only see this nigga behind bars. And trust me. Know what I'm saying? He gonna end up being in a relationship with a man while he in jail. So you actually gonna be the side bitch in reality. Know what I'm saying? Because he gonna have a full relationship while he in jail with a man named Larry. That's
So
what I
one,
say.
it was actually this lady on TikTok, and she said she was a phlebotomist in a prison somewhere. I can't remember where she said, but she did mention how a lot of these men, and this has been said multiple times, but a lot of these men they do have full blown relationships while they're on the
Man,
inside,
them
and they're
niggas
not
be giving
telling
up,
y'all.
been giving up and taking Bucci cat while they in jail. Period, point blank. Know what I'm saying? You in jail for life and everything. You mean to tell me, yes, trust and believe when one of them flamboyant, know what I'm saying, gay dudes come in, know what I'm saying, and you talk about hold my pocket, yeah, it's about to go down. So if you really think that this is going to be a relationship gonna work, you a dumbass. No offense. No, get you a nigga that's free. I'd rather see you with a nigga that's free that work at McDonald's that's struggling. Then you get with a nigga that's in jail for life, know what I'm saying, knowing good and well that, know what I'm saying, either he juggling or somebody juggling his balls.
And also the fact that you've never met his family, but family is going to financially support you. There's jail talk. Men will say whatever. He already got you to marry him, which is you're putting your life on hold for someone who is never going to be able to be available for you. And so basically you're doing time with him. So for the rest of your life,
You're
you
literally
have
on the schedule with him when he calls, when you see him, like nothing, no spontaneous. Know what I'm saying? Like when nigga, well, I mean, like real talk, like how I don't even know. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't
and
even know.
then
I would say that's
And then
again
the
the
wait, but then the other fact of is he's saying that his family is wealthy, whom you've never met. and they're going to help you. You
Bitch, they
don't know
should have helped his ass get out of jail with getting his ass a good lawyer. That's what the hell you should. That nigga got life. A life in jail. This nigga did life. You got life, nigga. Obviously, they ain't wealthy enough to get you a lawyer where they could have negotiated some type of time. So that's all jail talking. Her little goofy ass falling for it too, man. Yeah, so if you listen, and I apologize, you probably won't listen to this again. But yeah,
how. I was very thinking that she ain't gonna never
yeah,
listen
she ain't. Yeah,
again.
she probably crying. I ain't gonna never write them. Don't write us with no bullshit like that no more. Know what I'm saying? Look, if you want answers, we gonna give you the honest goodness answer. But I mean, you gotta really, when you write this shit, you need to think about. This is what I tell everybody. If if your daughter came to you and said everything you just said and said to you, what would be the advice you would give her?
No, that is true, 'cause that's exactly what I have had to
Like,
tell
real
my
talk.
sister as
Yes, you
well.
gotta really say. If my daughter came to me right now and said this bullshit that I just wrote, what would I tell her? Would I honestly tell her, "Girl, you stick it through, stay by your man"? This nigga is in jail, and he got a man already. I'm telling you, I guarantee that he in jail for life. Ain't no getting
I
out.
don't, because we don't know how long he's been in jail. We don't, like, she
It's
didn't describe, we
it
don't
don't
know
make
how
a
long
difference.
he's
He
been in
ain't
jail.
getting out. No, he's not. He got life. He's not getting out. You're not getting out, so you're stuck in jail. What type of relationship could thrive like that? There's no relationship that can drive like that.
And
Thrive
then to think about it, to start a family and to deprive, you're purposely bringing a child into the world
in a
who's never
broken
gonna have a
home.
father.
You are bringing a child in that the only way he can see his father is FaceTime. I mean, on the little video conferences. The nigga can't teach him how to play basketball. Can't do nothing. Can't do any of that. So he can't, I mean, can't do nothing. Any of that. The stuff that a child needs, he can't give. So you are creating another broken home. That's the dumbest shit in the world to me. Yeah, it's the dumbest shit in the world. Know what I'm saying? Can't
No,
take your father.
I 100% agree. Like, I'm just very confused. It's just so many things I'm confused about, because I'm not marrying a man in jail, especially a man that has life. Because I'm not. First of all, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not the Bonnie and Clyde hold you down. I got things to do. I'm not putting on. I just got things to do, and that's no. I'm not doing it.
Is the dating
So
pool that goddamn bad? Is it that bad that a woman will say, "I'd rather than be alone, I would take a nigga that's in jail for life"?
mhm,
Like, is it that bad?
apparently it is. I mean, I've at this point removed myself from the dating pool, like, because it's just scary out there. Like, so I can't say, but there. I mean, but women have come to a point where I've even heard they're like, they're okay with sharing a man because they don't want to be alone. They're okay with accepting less than what they deserve because they don't want to be alone. So I don't really know what to say, because I'm at a point where I know what I'm not going to accept, and I'm not about to accept no bullshit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just easier for me to just be by myself, because I'm not jumping through hoops. I'm not catering to no man that's catering to 5 different bitches. That I just don't have it in me to do, and I'm busy. So that's that.
Yeah. Exactly. You see, even Nova said something about it. I feel you. Yeah, Nova on board. So yeah, so we gonna
She said
end
she
it
ain't
back.
tolerate no bullshit from no nigga
Exactly.
either. That's why
Hey,
she's
look,
single too.
exactly. We're gonna end it by saying, yeah, you need to go ahead and rethink this whole situation. That's all I'm gonna say.
And get a divorce too, baby.
Oh, little quick, real quick.
Yes, you need to also get a divorce, because you're going to spend all whatever good years waiting around on somebody that's never coming home.
Never coming home. She
Never
said
coming.
he got life. All right. Anyway, all right, let's move on.
Okay, so we are at the end. Um, and what do we need to do? Okay, so a couple things. I know y'all are probably tired of us saying this. However, this is
However,
this is our mission. So remember Khadijah Brown, episode 9.
episode
Episode 9.
9. Yes.
DJ and Jeremy Brown. Listen to her episode, and if it is on your heart, her mom has set up a GoFundMe account to assist her with trying to get another attorney to assist with giving her a sentence that actually fits the crime. Because she was, again, railroaded, and we just want to bring awareness to her case. If or even if you don't donate money, if you could share her story, if you possibly know of someone who has a platform that can share her story. I have been reaching out to influencers and I'm just trying to bring awareness to her case. Like I said, we're not saying that she's innocent, but we are saying the punishment does not fit the crime. And also her mother is trying to get grandparent like rights to see the kids. So it also needs assistance with that as well. So, like I said, if you just can share her story, anything you got to contribute to that part?
No, just I mean, like I said, it's everything is not what you think. She's yeah, just at the end of the day, we're not saying that she did not commit the crime. We just saying the crime don't fit the punishment. It was definitely an accident. It should have been either involuntary manslaughter or it should have just been manslaughter like that. So that's what we're trying to do. Trying to help her out because again, when we always getting shifted. The dude, oh damn, what's his name? Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot his
Marcellus
name.
Williams. I was just about to say
Marcellus
something about
Williams
that.
literally just this dude didn't even do the crime. He didn't even do it, and they still
Yeah.
killed this dude. So I'm just saying we don't never
Rest
get
in peace to
yeah,
him
rest in
and
heaven.
prayers to his family because that is,
Exactly.
oh my gosh.
We don't ever get the best treatment. So I sometimes we gotta look out for ourselves and everything, even in situations such as this. So just do what you can, and that's all I gotta say about that.
And so from here, this is really all we have. But do we just want to ask if you could share our podcast? Our numbers are going up, and we're super excited. We're doing so much better than I thought we'll be doing at this point. But we're super excited. So just make sure you share with your family and your friends and your coworkers, and tell us how great we are.
Or how bad if it look, hey, let's be honest, if you don't like it or you think that we need to work on, tell us that also. Yeah, you know what I'm
But
saying?
not
We
on a
don't
not on a review though. You can tell us that in our
yeah,
DM or
tell it, yeah,
something.
yeah, let us know on the thing. And we definitely will work on it. We definitely will.
Yeah, because you see, he's working on like paying attention and stuff.
I have, yes, I do. I
Mhm.
make sure I listen to anything now. I pay attention because somebody made a comment about it.
Yep. So that is pretty much all we have. You got anything before I close it out?
No, no, no. Just tell them you know you got this
Oh
far.
wait, we forgot one thing. We forgot one thing. Our panel. We are going to do a relationship panel. We have supposed to make a video about it. We have not done that yet. Um, but we are going to do a relationship panel. So we are looking for 6 volunteers, 3 men and 3 women. You don't have to be local in Cleveland. We are in Cleveland. If you're in Cleveland, you can do it in person with us. But if you are not local, you are more than welcome to do it virtually and we'll walk you through everything. So feel free to reach out to us. On our social media, we can be reached on Instagram at Melanin Mysteries Pod and on Facebook and TikTok, Melanin Mysteries Podcast. Um, and the date we're looking at, I believe it is October 26th to record. So this is something that we want to try. So if you are interested, please hit us up. There's no requirements of anything. Just be a man or a woman. That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna have food and drink if you if you were doing it in person. So yeah, make sure you hit us up. It's definitely something you would enjoy.
All right. So just remember that love should not come with a life sentence. So make sure you choose freedom and not felonies.
No felonies at all, and that is our time. You guys take it easy. We appreciate you for listening.